over to Dr. Samreen Hussain.
Ji, thank you, Ikrar Sahab, first of all, for inviting me here at the platform of Punjab Higher Education Commission. I'm a member of Sindh Higher Education Commission, also in Higher Education Commission, Pakistan. And I can see, the difference between the three also. But not going there, sticking to the topic. Mera pehla take ye hai ki, sir, we all know that we have to work in constrained resources with constraints as in like law, regulations and जो भी government के interferences वगैरह हैं. But I think कि मैं उससे थोड़ा सा हट के बात करना चाहूँगी. काफ़ी बात हो गई. We know कि जी quality enhancement के parameters क्या हो सकते हैं, input based क्या होते हैं, process based क्या होते हैं, institutional based क्या होते हैं, outcome based क्या होते हैं. But ultimately, I think every university may be gauged कि उसका graduate success क्या है. Or graduate success to me has three prongs. It's not employability. It's like, if somebody wants to become a lifelong learner, he wants to enhance his qualification further after undergrad, तो हम कितना उसके लिए helpful university में हो सकते हैं. और फिर entrepreneurial एक नया अब है setup. तो बात हो रही है यहाँ काफ़ी सारी चीज़ों की curriculum पे we have spoken a lot, we have seen a lot. But for me, the first litmus test that I feel as a Vice Chancellor when I assume the charge of the most difficult university of Pakistan, I think Dawood University, it's not a very easy place to work. When I started there, there was a financial deficit huge. The liabilities were huge. And we got no additional grants, whatever grants we get. So as a leader, Athar Usama was mentioning in the last session, कि जी कोई Vice Chancellor छोड़ता नहीं है. I was the founding Vice Chancellor of Begum Nusrat Bhutto Women University. After 2 years, I resigned on my own accord because I thought that now it's a time for a full-fledged Vice Chancellor and he or she can take it up further. Then I was the founding Vice Chancellor of Aurora University of Art, Architecture, Design and Heritage. And 1 year's time, I decided that now this is time for the full-time Vice Chancellor. And this time around, my 18 months left in me and I have started my succession plan. I'm working on a succession plan because this is missing also. When we talk about the continuity of the policies, I think हम अपने 2ICs या PVCs जो भी होते हैं, informed decisions भी नहीं करते. But let's coming back, कि we are talking about out-of-box thinking and we are talking about the allowances that we are given by the regulatory bodies, rather the accreditation mills. Vice Chancellor का एक बहुत बड़ा constraint अब ये भी है कि आपके पास accreditation mills हैं और हर दूसरे दिन कोई एक visit करने आ रहा होता है and they are capping your seats. We are talking about कि जी we need, we should set the benchmark. University should follow those guidelines. And as long as they are meeting those guidelines, you should give them accreditation. Otherwise, this is a simple yes or no question. तो उस चीज़ों को देखते हुए constraint limitations में हमने कैसे काम किया, मैं थोड़ा सा how पे बात करूँगी, so that कुछ अगर हम एक दूसरे से सीख सकें तो सीख पाएँ, rather than just blaming the systems. हमारे पास भी constraint resources थे, space का सबसे बड़ा limitation था और ये सारा कुछ हमें भी meet करना था. जैसे session chair ने बड़ा rightly pointed out कि ये जो quality assessment है, this cannot be one size fit to all. कुछ parameters पे तो हो सकती है, but not on all parameters. Very simple example कि अगर किसी university को hostel की ज़रूरत नहीं है, तो वहाँ hostel definitely नहीं होगा. If you make it a quality parameter, तो definitely वो university वहाँ 0 ही score करेगी. तो आई थिंक हमें थोड़ा सा यहाँ भी फ्लेक्सिबल होना पड़ेगा कि जो आप फॉर एग्जांपल QS रैंकिंग की हम बात करते हैं. अब QS रैंकिंग में एक यूनिवर्सिटी वो है जिसका एंडाउमेंट फंड मेरे पाकिस्तान के शायद बजट से ज़्यादा हो, उससे हम कॉम्पीट कर रहे होते हैं. तो आई थिंक ये भी थोड़ा सा है. THE रैंकिंग्स में हम यूनिवर्सिटी की प्राइमरी जॉब होती है कि आप क्वालिटी एजुकेशन पहले फोकस करें, उसके बाद सब कुछ आता है. और जब आपके पास एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी के लिए आप टारगेटेड रिक्रूटमेंट ड्राइव्स करते हैं, तो वो पहला टेस्ट होता है कि आपको पता चलता है कि वेयर डू यू स्टैंड. आपने करिकुलम कितना ही अच्छा कर लें, एज अ इंजीनियर आई कैन टेल यू कि एटलीस्ट आई थिंक आई कैन से कि वी आर एट पार विद द करिकुलम बिकॉज वी आर पार्ट ऑफ वाशिंगटन अकॉर्ड. दैट्स वाई दे हैव एक्सेप्टेड अस एज अ फुल मेंबर, फुल सिग्नेटरी. नाउ द डिलीवरी, yes, we need to adopt the international pedagogical models, fine. बट अब हम बात कर रहे हैं कि हर चीज़ हम करिकुलम के अंदर एम्बेड कर दें. मैं कोई प्रोप्राइटरी टीचिंग शुरू कर दूं क्योंकि फ़लाने ने फ़लानी इंडस्ट्री जाना है तो वो प्रॉब्ली उसको सिस्को चाहिए, किसी को कुछ और चाहिए. हम वो प्रोप्राइटरी टीचिंग कर नहीं सकते. अब क्या कर सकते हैं? सो वी हैव इंट्रोड्यूस माइक्रो डिग्री प्रोग्राम्स एंड इट हैज़ इमेंसली increase the employability of my graduates. From 2023 to 2024, I can share the numbers because this is all data, that I can produce whenever you want me to. This year, 24 batch has got 86% employments. And rest of them, they wanted to have their degrees from abroad or their entrepreneurial endeavors. For that, what we have done, I was not interested in having business incubation center at my premises. First, I don't have enough space. Secondly, we are talking about the ecosystem. I don't see any client coming to the Dawood University to have some product. So what I did, I took a place in the NASDAQ Silicon Valley. We are, bearing the cost of everything, and we have launched 5 companies with proper IPO and copyright, trade secrets, and everything. And we have given a complete launching pad to our students. And these will be the long-term revenue generation for my university also, because the agreement is such that they will have to have 30% equity for the university that they will pay until and unless this that company will stand or will be there in the system. So no matter where they go. So now what's the problem? When I was given some funds by HSC, they say, no, you have to have your BIC inside the premises, otherwise we won't have it, we won't fund you. I said, okay, fine, I'm not interested in that 1.6 peanut, but I need to take my students to the real ecosystem where they can have a P2P, B2B, B2G. This is what real entrepreneurship is. In-house BICs, I was completely disagreed. So as a Vice Chancellor, I would say, yes, we receive influences, yes, we receive some very quantitative sort of requirements by the regulators. But yet we have room for the skill skill development for the students. Just like we are doing, we are introducing micro-degree programs, which are international certifications, because nobody outside Dawood premises would know the Dawood logo. But they would know Google Career Certificate, AI Essentials given by the Google, they would know ethical hacking certificates by the international agency who's doing the cybersecurity courses, they would know IOSH, NIBOSH, health and safety environment courses, and that is why my graduates are, having employability ratios higher than 80% this year. And even this year, we have already got 203 employments out of 620 graduates. However, 6 months to go to graduate to those students, aspirant graduates. So there is still a lot that we can do in that constrained environment, and this is the positivity I would like to instill in my Vice Chancellor. If we take it as quality should be more of a concern of a Vice Chancellor than anybody else. We need to assume it. And if you assume it, I tell you, you will be having so many ideas within those constraints, and you can come out of that. All we need is to just put a little effort, little out-of-box thinking, yet remaining within the regulations of the accreditation bodies, regulatory bodies, and can deliver a lot. And I think Dawood is a good case study for me, at least, because the state, when we had it, the last year when we received THE ranking, we had a 400 ladder leap on the quality education SDG. And secondly, financial deficits and these things, I think they are the challenges which brings opportunity. They let me think out of the box, because all of us believe that necessity is the mother of innovation. Innovation is not just in the research lab. Innovation, as a Vice Chancellor, should be in your ideas. Innovation should be in your practices. Innovation should be like, being you. I don't want to become NUST. I don't want to become anything else. But as a Vice Chancellor, I should brand my own university. I should have my own flavor and color. We should stop this, KG, we want to replicate LAMs or this or that. They have their own dynamics, they have their own resources, they have their own structures. We have our own structures, so I think we should start thinking, given our space, given our regulations, given our act, and last but not the least, I don't blame the influencer. I blame the person who takes the influence, because I'm working in the public sector university with all the influences, but I refuse when I know I can refuse by law. So please take this, and nobody can take your seat as long as you are working right. You're logically and lawfully correct. Thank you so much.
Thank you.